Red Horse. It's shiny. It weighs about 3 pounds. There's some words on it, and we'll get to that in a minute. What does it mean? Who made it, and what's the significance? And how does it have any relation to these people? It's a real photo taken in Afghanistan. That plane is taking off, not landing. That would be crazy if it was landing. So who are these people? This is Red Horse. They are the Air Force's primary heavy construction unit. When the Air Force needs big projects done in hostile environments, they call on Red Horse. The Red Horse is the exact equivalent of the Army Corps of Engineers or the Navy Seabees. I was a part of Red Horse for 2 out of the 5 years I was in, and they paid me to do it. Do crazy things with crazy people in interesting environments, not quite like this though. And from the research that I did, I actually learned a few things about my unit that I didn't know beforehand. So the 3 things that I'll talk about today: who is Red Horse, what was my portion of it, and what's the significance of this pretty statue. So I know we hate words on the screen. Bear with me for a second. Red Horse is an acronym. Rapid Engineer Deployable Heavy Operational Repair Squadron Engineer. That's a mouthful. We kind of dumbed it down a little bit. We just call it Red Horse. Now, the article I read from Airman Magazine from Ron Hartzer, he gave a very nice little brief history of the early days of Red Horse. It started in 1966 in Vietnam. The Air Force didn't have the ability to do big projects in hostile environments, so they created a brand new unit. From that came Red Horse. There are 4 locations of Red Horse all over the world: Florida, Montana, here in Las Vegas, and Guam. I almost went to Montana, but I switched with somebody at the last second. I was very happy for that. I would have been miserable. Jordan Bryant from the Air Force Times, he actually put out an article that said, the Air Force is continually adding more and more people to these Red Horse units. Now the reason they're doing that, even though these wars are dwindling in Iraq and Afghanistan, the capabilities that Red Horse has are incredible. So they keep adding more people to these units all over the world. So I gave you a little bit of the history. Now, what did I actually do for them? My job structures kind of had an amazing amount of variety to it. All the trades that went into it, it was a job that you could take home. You were capable of almost anything, just so long as you had the material to do it. An article that I read from the Florida Daily News, just last year, the unit that's in Florida, the members volunteered their off-duty time, and what they did was build a home in a week for a wounded warrior. Now you got to think about that. Off-duty time, they built an entire house in a week. That's what Red Horse is capable of. That's why they keep adding more and more people to Red Horse. Now, I have a familiar photo. Crop circles. It's only 50 miles away, but this is not a crop circle. This is an anti-aircraft battery. It's at the Nevada Test and Training Range. I was there for 1 month. If you've ever wondered what that giant gray area north of Las Vegas is, that's the Nevada Test and Training Range. There are some kind of cool stuff right around there. I can't actually talk about what I saw. I signed non-disclosure agreements. My second deployment with Red Horse, which came only weeks later, was to a small country called Belize. We went there for a humanitarian mission, and we built a portion of a school. It started like this: 10 guys over the course of 3 months. This was week 1. As you can see, just a concrete pad and a bunch of blocks. 2 months later, we had this. Now, we put in doors and windows. We didn't leave them hanging because that would look really bad on us. So that's a little bit of what I did for Red Horse. Now I'll talk about the actual significance of this. Who do you think made it?
You?
No, not me.
Air Force.
The Air Force. We made this. The same people that I worked for, we created this. We could build a house in a week. We can make a little statue like this. It's just hard plastic and some wood glued together. I actually got a sneak peek of it while it was being made. I saw it in the back room. It's got my name on it, so I was like, ooh. So what does the award actually mean? It was a thank you. My unit made this for me because of all the sweat, the hard work, the deployments. You know, it's not enough just to show up on time. For all the hard work, they gave me this. And like I said, it's shiny. It weighs about 3 pounds. And there are some words on it, and I'll read them for you. In recognition of your contributions to the many successes of the 820th Red Horse Squadron, we thank you for your honor, duty, dedication, and sacrifice. To the horse.